Hey guys, welcome back to the Melanated Opinion. I'm Takara.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Melissa.
And today's topic is going to be about open relationships. Are we with it? Are we not with it? Do we have thoughts on it? I'm all ears, guys. Who wants to go first?
I would say, go ahead.
I had a question. So just to get a little clarity on what you mean by open relationships.
Yeah.
So I guess there are different kinds of open relationships, right? There are ones that we willingly go into, and there are ones that maybe we've gone into unwillingly or unknowingly, maybe. So I guess we should talk about both. Let's talk about first the ones where you're choosing to go in it. What do you guys think about that?
But open also meaning both sides can see other people. Is that what that's open, right?
Yeah, that would be open to me.
Okay. You can. I don't know if you was going to say something, Shanita, but you can go ahead.
Oh no, I just want clarity. You can go ahead.
I mean, I would say the bigger picture for me is that if somebody wants to do it, then I think they should do it. That's fine. And I feel like that honesty is going to get them further along in whatever they're doing, instead of like lying with someone who wants to be monogamous, but they want to be in their version of an open relationship and the other person don't know. But I feel like they can find someone that wants to be open with them. And if that's their truth, then let that be their truth. It's not my truth, but I want that to be their truth and allow them to be their truth. No, that's a no for me. My vote is a no on that for me, willingly and unwillingly. Like, I would like to be in the know, like, let me know.
So if they let you know, that's still a no.
Yeah, but I appreciate their openness and we can be friends. And like, who knows, maybe at some point, I don't know. Who knows what may happen?
True. So I guess for me, that would be a no. That would be a hard no. So I do think that there are certain conditions, right, in which people probably can make it work. I think that if both people are very open with their partner, very honest with their partner about what they want, what they expect, and what the conditions are, that they both are willing to abide by, then I think it's cool. It's cool for them.
Melissa, I want to know what you think.
I would personally say no, it wouldn't work for me, just because I feel like if I were to do that, I know how to control my feelings, and me and my partner should have an understanding how we can control our feelings. But I feel like the outside people are not going to be able to do that, which is why I'm not going to be fighting nobody. I don't have time for that, which is why I would say no.
Yeah, but can an open relationship also mean that you can have a relationship with someone else? So, like, what if there's no, like, feelings to control if they are allowed to catch feelings? Because, like, maybe you have 4 or 5 different girlfriends or different boyfriends. I don't know. I feel like you can create your own rules with it. I don't want to sound like I'm for it, but I'm just saying, I respect people's decision to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect people creating their own rules and living in their truth. Like, and that goes for me across the board with whatever we're talking about. I feel like everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do, regardless of the subject or the situation. And that's more of my truth than anything else.
Well, for me, yeah, it's absolutely no. I guess I'm kind of selfish when it comes to certain things. And I feel like I don't think I would ever ask to be in an open relationship. So if it was brought to me, I feel like just we break up. If you need to go see if, you got feelings for somebody else, or if you having multiple feelings, then you're just not my person. Because at the end of the day, if you're for me, you're going to love all of me, and it's not going to be anything to make you want someone else in that way. Yeah, you're going to see people and think, okay, yeah, she's cute or something like that, but that's not going to make you want to completely step out and be with her, because you know, you love me. And the same thing, like, yeah, I might see guys and be like, okay, yeah, they handsome, but I'm not gonna lust after them and want to actually be in a relationship with them. Because if not, then I mean, for one, I like quality time. And how, if you want to work and you need to be working full time, how would you have time to be dating other people? Because your free time could be with me. So that would be a no for me. And I guess I think about, what is it, sister wives? Because eventually, yeah, you know, they were all for it. I guess that's the one that you were saying was kind of willingly know about it. It's like all of them know, okay, he's married to somebody else. But I think other ones that have recently started to get out of it because they're like, he have more feelings for.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Super
so
complicated.
Like, even if you're cool with it, eventually it's going to be some type of turmoil. So that'd be no for me.
Okay, I have. You go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, going off of what you said, Shanita, I feel like the only way that will work is if you go in, like, you actually have to have the mindset of the open relationship. Otherwise, like you said, somebody's gonna have feelings for the other person more. Like, it's always gonna happen because we're human.
And they did. They all knew that, you know, he was going to have multiple wives. I forgot what it's called, but they knew that he was going to have it. So they were all cool with it. But then I think it was the last one. And once it got to the last one, they started to realize he cared for her more. So at that point, it's like they got jealous, and like the other ones kind of have gotten together and they just said, you know, we want out. So
really? So they're out now? Because I didn't know that.
I don't know if they officially got out, but I know it was 3 of them. I want to say it was like the 3 older ones. They were all saying that, you know, they noticed that it wasn't equal and, you know, that he wasn't treating them and they wanted to get out. So I don't know. I mean, I guess we could look that up, but yeah.
You know, so that's the thing, right? You said as long as you can like control your feelings and go into it with a certain mindset. I think a lot of times we have the intentions of going into things with a certain mindset, but once you get in that situation, it turns out you know, you can't control your feelings. You may be able to control how you respond or how you react, but you know, if you catch feelings for somebody, you just do.
Yeah, that goes into what I wanted to say. So this is my question for y'all. So like, be honest. So have y'all been in a relationship and then you went to work and you flirted with somebody at work? And flirting, see, look at all the pauses in the face. Flirting. Listen, flirting can sometimes lead to other stuff because kind of like what Takara was saying, sometimes that may not be your intention. You're just like, oh, I'm at work and time is passing by. Or at school, time is passing by. I'm going to somewhere that I just go on a regular basis, church, anywhere on a regular basis, and you're flirting unintentionally and it's harmless. Sometimes stuff can just sneak up on you unintentionally. So, I mean,
yeah, but I don't think I would act on it though.
See, right, that's the thing.
Enough, it's possible.
That's why you don't do it. Like, if I'm in a healthy relationship, like I love the person I'm with, like I will not be playing with nobody. I don't do that because I won't want them doing that because it's gonna be an issue.
True, but now I can see possibly if they're saying, "Oh, you know, you looking good today," you're like, "Oh, thank you," you know, that's it, you know, but not like, man, you know, let me take you home or something, you know. No, I don't think I would do that.
You know.
Yeah, but what would happen is that, you know, it would be the compliments and then it would be like, oh, you finna go here for lunch? I was going there for lunch. Why don't you just ride with me?
But you know what would happen to get to that point is you're not happy at home. It's something that you're getting from that person that you're not getting from your spouse. And if you express those things to your spouse, well, not your spouse, but whoever you're with, then, you know, those compliments won't faze you because everything that he's telling you, you getting it already. You know this. So the only time I think you open up that door is when you're not fully happy with who you're with.
100% agree.
I don't agree.
And I did find it, Takara. Yes, they split after 25 years. The sister wives have split.
So he's only with the last one now?
Yes.
Oh wow. That's interesting. because they had been doing it for a very, very long time. I feel like I've watched like a couple of episodes here and there, like whenever just, I caught it on TV. So that's interesting. I do know. So one of the women that he was with, one of the wives, one of the first ones, she had got caught in some kind of scandal because she had an online boyfriend or something. So that's a little odd to me because he can have all the wives. They can't have multiple partners.
Mm-hmm. That is weird.
So for the people like me that have never watched it, like y'all are explaining it, but I still don't know what it is. So was it like a series picture? Was it like a movie?
Yeah, it was on TLC called Sister Wives. And basically it was this guy, and y'all probably can't see it. He had 4 wives. And so, he didn't initially have 4, but, it's like he kept bringing them on. And so this last one, he has kids with them. And, he was spending time with all of them.
Kids with all of them.
Yeah. And so once he got this younger one, it's like he really started to pay her attention. And it was almost like he was just with her and just, still talking to them, but not as much. So they kind of started to get a little jealous and they noticed it. And I guess they just started talking amongst themselves and they decided they want out. But they went in knowing, hey, he's going to be married to other women, like sleeping with them, everything. Like it was just pretty much like this. Y'all all in the house together and he going from bedroom to bedroom.
And I think in the beginning they did all live in the same house.
Oh,
but then eventually they each got their own houses and they like had a block. Like they had houses next to each other.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they were still in the same house. Yeah.
So
that's the one that willingly they knew that, it was going to be an open relationship. What you're saying?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, with y'all speaking on this specific situation, it's a little weird because I feel like a lot of men always be like, oh, I want to mess around with a lot of girls until they meet the right one. It's like, oh, they go out the window. So it's like, you have, made this contract, like emotional contract with these people, and now all that's out the door just because you done met the one. I just feel like that's a little weird, but okay.
And I feel like even if you get bored, like I still don't feel like that's a reason to still want to be in an open relationship. But there's nothing against anybody that's doing that, that's your choice, but my choice is no.
Yeah, I think people do it for a lot of reasons. I just feel like there are some people that have no desire to be monogamous. And if that's their truth, then live your truth. But for the people that don't get with somebody who wants to be monogamous, that's the thing. Like, if you don't want to be with just one person, don't get with somebody that is telling you up front, I only want to be with one person. Like, and don't have a double standard. That's the thing is that, like, a lot of times it's one person that's like, oh, I can do it. But if you do it, oh, the world's finna come to an end. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, for me, whatever your truth is, be in that full truth, and there's no right or wrong to it as long as you are telling other people what that truth is.
Right. I think that's where people struggle at, right? Is being completely honest with people. So what about the ones where you're unwilling, but you've kind of been in an open relationship?
Like they
I've been there. Huh?
Like they would.
Right. And I feel like a lot of times, especially women, I feel like our intuition tells us many, many things, right? And I feel like there are times when we know something is off and we don't necessarily get out of the situation when we should, when we know that there is something off. So I almost feel like you're kind of making yourself okay with being in an open relationship.
And I don't think it's necessary that, I know, speaking for me, it's like you said, you get the intuition, but you don't have the proof. You just know something inside is telling me something ain't right. And it's like, I can ask you, but if you lie, then, all I can go on that until I find otherwise. But my thing is, to me, when I get that feeling, 9 times out of 10, I have been right. And I'm just giving you the opportunity, even though you're telling me, no, I'm only dating you. Like, it's only a matter of time before it comes out. So to me, I can respect you more and we can possibly work on it if it was a mistake. But if this is just something ongoing, if this is just who you are, then that's not cool. But I think I stayed only because I'm thinking until I have that proof, I don't want to just say, okay, this is just a feeling, and I could be wrong because I'm not perfect. So I could have been wrong. But it's once it gets to be unbearable and you start seeing the actions line up with the words, then it's kind of like, okay, no, you're lying.
Yep. And
so Shanita, you can come on. Because I was
I
going
was
to
gonna say, so I think an open relationship in that situation would be kind of like where the person has cheated multiple times and you keep going in thinking that he's not gonna cheat anymore. I feel like that's more of a like it's like you have accepted it, except you didn't say it verbally, but
Right.
you really are accepting it because the person keeps saying it over. I mean, keep doing it over and over.
Well, they're doing it, but you don't know for sure.
No, they have been caught twice cheating.
Oh, okay. See, no, I never caught them per se. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Melissa?
Oh, so I was gonna ask Shanita, so do you think cheating could be a mistake, or do you see it as a mistake? Because I heard you say that when you're talking, so I just kind of wanted you to elaborate or hear your thoughts.
That's a good question. For me, cheating is a choice. I don't cheat, but I'm saying I think I can have enough self-control. Like Crystal was saying earlier, things happen. If I'm not happy at home and you start giving me these attentions, or I start talking to you and you saying all the right things, then I could be thinking like, man, I could be with him. But I don't go there. But I think for some guys, it's like they think with their eyes. So it don't even really matter what the person is talking about. They're just going to go. So I think for guys, it's a choice. Some men can possibly make a mistake, maybe. But I feel like once you make that mistake one time, your system is going to eventually crave it and you're going to make a mistake again. So I don't know, because I've had somebody that like cried, like really, really seemed like they was hurt when I because I found it in the phone. And I didn't go through his phone, I asked for it. And because I never asked for his phone, I guess he probably felt like, oh, she ain't gonna find anything. But I knew what I was looking for. I went to the text messages, I went through the pictures, and I went back. So I started putting two and two together until he just had to come out and tell me. And so, of course, he was upset. And looking at him, I would have thought he learned his lesson, like he wouldn't do it again. It was just a front. So to me, that was a choice. It wasn't a mistake. But you presented it like it was a mistake. So the choice is for you to decide if you're willing to look past it, because the biggest issue is someone can cheat and you can say, I forgive you, but you really don't. Like everything they do from now on, you're going to be like, are you really there? Are you really at the mall? Like, who you talking to? Why your phone down? And I feel like this is still going to lead to a bad, like, relationship.
So whenever, or have y'all ever been cheated on, Mr. Carr and my mom, have y'all ever been cheated on? And if y'all have, did y'all take them back? Or, after that time, you're like, no, you can go, bye.
I'll say for me, I have been cheated on, and it was kind of like what Shanita said. I forgave the person, but I never really forgot, and I could never move fully forward with that person. Although we stayed together, but I feel like, I'm not gonna say it was a waste of time, but I feel like there had to be an expiration date at some point with it. So although I continue to go through the motions, things never got back to be how they were, before that. And from that experience, I've learned that if someone cheats or, is not there, that I can forgive them and want to stay with them and continue to love them, but it's just not going to work for me and for my personality. Like, it's gone at that point. There's nothing I can do with it. I don't want to go to counseling. I don't want to do nothing. It's just a wrap, and I'm not and at this point where I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let's work through it. No, I still care about you and I want to be with you, but I don't want to live that fake lie to myself. And I'm more focusing on myself at this point. And I don't want to live that.
Do you think it make a difference if you're married versus being just in a relationship? Because I think maybe that's why some people stay too, because they're married.
What's the difference?
Because you know, it's vows and it costs money to get out of a marriage, but it's free to get out of a relationship.
And also, if you have kids, I think that is another thing that, you know, keeps people in situations longer. So
what would y'all do if they kept doing it though? Like, if you get what I'm saying? So say you forgave somebody and just because y'all are married, y'all decided to stay, they're like, okay, she's gonna keep taking me back because we're married. You get how you see how you might as well just leave.
Like, right. So that's the thing. And to answer your question, yes, I have been cheated on. And I'm pretty much exactly what Crystal said, you know, was the situation. You know, even if you try to work it out or, you know, they cry and beg, because they do. It's there's something there that's always in the back of for me, you know, I can try, but it's always there in the back of my mind. And any little funny move you make, it's got me side-eyeing you and wanting to like double check stuff. I don't want to live like that. So, yeah, no.
And I feel like deep down inside, that person, whichever one, male or female, that cheated, you got to really like look inside yourself and see what made you do it. Because regardless if you saying, oh, she's perfect, because a lot of times they'll say it after you break up, man, you was the best person I ever been with, you know, I don't know, you didn't do anything wrong. It was something that wasn't connecting, something about me that wasn't everything that you needed for you to even crave that. Like, even if it's going to be a temporary fix, like it was something that I was lacking. I mean, I guess you just wasn't my person.
So I have a question. You can choose to answer or not. Have any of you all ever cheated? So I guess nobody wants to.
Okay, so we was on a break. Like, it was one of the non-intentional ones. Now
she's explaining.
Yeah, and mine
but we wasn't together. Don't care. Like at that point, it was kind of like we was on and off again. Like you broke up officially, but you never really got back in a relationship. So technically, I guess that would be no, because I wasn't in a relationship, but we were still going about it as we were without the title. So technically, no, but I do.
You're doing a whole lot of explaining.
But if you didn't have the title, I say, how can you cheat if you don't have the title?
True. But some people feel like you're still single even if you're in a relationship until you get married. Like if you're not married, then technically you're single, even if you're in a relationship.
But I don't feel that way when somebody's doing that to me, married or not. Please don't.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I would say,
no, go ahead, Melissa. I'm listening.
Okay, so I would say, yes, I have, but it was because me and the guy, we had grown apart at that point. Like mentally, I feel like we both was broken up in our head because that's what I said, like we had grown apart. We weren't talking as much as we used to. Like it was kind of probably mutual. It probably was. And you know, not too long after that, we ended up breaking up anyways.
And that's true. Crystal?
Yeah. And I cheated when I was in high school, college. And honestly, for me, ever since then, I have been cheated since then. But what I do is like, which I just got through saying, like, I make it clear we are in a relationship or we're not in a relationship. Like, I established that with them and I established it with myself because of that, just so that although it's
no
hard
gray
to
areas.
Right. So like I know if I catch feelings, Crystal, you're in the wrong because you already know what this is. Like, if you don't want this person talking to somebody else, then you need to either like move on. Like just because they're talking to them don't mean they're like cheating. But still, like I can either move on if I feel like it's something more that they're doing, or if I want to believe them or whatever, or I can stay there and be like, well, at least I'm with them, which is not me really. So yeah, like I from that one experience, I haven't done it again, and I was like, yeah, let me get clarity going forward. And if I'm not in a relationship with somebody, then I usually blame myself for not stepping away.
Yeah. And I definitely wouldn't, because I'm not good at cheating, and I feel like I have a bad conscience. I've been told on myself, like, he could just be sitting there and be like, look, now I went somewhere, like, I just need to get it off. So I'm not good at that. Takara, you
said that. So actually, that leads us into our next thing.
So we're gonna take that as a yes. And
yes, I have cheated on somebody, and yeah, it wasn't good.
Did they find out?
The cheating part wasn't good,
yes,
or just a situation?
They did.
Wow.
They paid my phone bill, and so they were able to see who and when I was talking to.
So how does that work?
Look?
Huh?
So
some people do.
I guess so. Yeah.
They probably had intuition. Oh, you told it?
Or they was
No, I didn't tell. But eventually, like, it is what it is. I mean, you can see it for yourself. So
that's like
so is it true that it shows the messages?
No, it wasn't the messages, it was the calls.
But how would you know though?
Because our phone bills were together.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how would you? It's just the numbers. It don't show the name, right?
No, but who are you talking to at 10 o'clock at night? Who's calling you at 1 a.m.? Like, what are you doing?
Okay. So do you think he was cheating?
I'm pretty, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting with the phone bill, Takara, because I did catch somebody with the phone bill too. Because the phone was in my name, but he was paying it. And so I was like, let me just look through his stuff, because I just kind of felt like something was going on. And exactly what Takara said, these times didn't match up. You were supposed to be somewhere else at this time. How are you able to make this phone call? And why are you on here for an hour? And it's like, 12 or 1 in the morning, like, and there are multiple calls to this one number. So let me just dial this number and see who answers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And so a female, no, it went to a voicemail. I had her name and everything. So then I called him, left a voice message. I was like, hey, so this is who it is, and who is blah, 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 blah. And he was actually like gone in a whole other state when I left his voicemail. While he was like back in the same state that we stayed in the next day after I left that voicemail.
Wow. Wait, was he really gone?
Yeah, he was gone because it was more of like for a work thing, and so he had to like lie in order to leave work. Yeah. So yeah.
So what exactly are you looking at? Because I mean,
you look at the time. Like what?
It's like the time. It's the frequency. Like, and it's that same repeat number. Like,
No, I'm saying, like, where do you go on your phone bill to see this?
Oh, this was years ago. This was probably like over 10 years ago.
No, like some phone bills have detailed viewing. And if your phone bill doesn't, you can request for it. Just say, I want the detailed viewing for my phone bill. And they will. I also feel like you could probably request text messages too. You may have to pay for that. But I feel like you can request like that.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at a phone bill and I don't know how long.
Like, where did you get that from? Okay.
But yeah,
y'all are getting people in trouble.
Years ago.
That's nothing new. I bet you they gonna make sure they got their own phone bill.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So people gonna rethink they do now.
Yep.
But this really does lead us into our next thing, and that's minding other people's business. So this week's topic is kind of relevant to what we were just talking about. So most people, they know who Khloe Kardashian is, and they know that she's been dating Tristan Thompson, who is a basketball player. I don't remember which team he plays for, but they got together, maybe like 4 years ago. They had a child, a daughter, and I think a couple days before she was due to deliver their baby, he was caught cheating. She took him back because she was like, well, we have this family now, we have this baby that we brought into this world, and so let's just at least give it a try, right? So they tried to work it out for some time, and then he was caught cheating again. So then, and actually he was caught cheating with like her sister's best friend, Jordan Woods, I think. And then they broke up, and then COVID happened, and they were kind of like quarantining together, and things happened, and they kind of got back together. And so now this past week, he's, I guess, been caught cheating again. Not only was he cheating, but he's supposed to have a baby with this new person that's just popped up. And the baby was, I guess, conceived when they were actually together.
What, quarantine?
What'd you say?
During the quarantine period?
Yeah.
Or
And honestly, I feel like a lot of celebrities have open relationships as long as the people do not have it out in the open. I feel like they don't have a problem with it until it becomes out in the open, or they have a baby by someone else. Because it happens too frequently, and because, like what you were saying, it's happened more than one time. When you keep taking somebody back, like they're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. And it's an open relationship, whether you accept it or not. It is what it is. But at the same time, I also feel like if that's what she wants, just accept it and know that he's still going to cheat and be with other women. If you still want to stay there, just stay there if that's what you want. I mean, people going to look at you crazy, but do whatever makes you happy.
So I feel like, honestly, I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Melissa?
No, that was me. You go ahead.
I was going to say, I almost feel like it's like what you're saying, Krista. I feel like she would be more okay with it if it wasn't being done publicly, and if she didn't have to deal with the public backlash for it. Because, I mean, the internet is dogging her out, which is unfortunate because, I mean, I don't know. Some people are like, she doesn't love herself and she has low self-esteem because why would she keep taking him back? But I don't necessarily feel like that about her.
But a lot of people, especially them, have the perfect syndrome. They have to appear perfect at all times. And like, I feel like that kind of bounces off what my mom said. I think a lot of celebrities have like other relationships on the low until, their public figure breakup, gets out in social media. Because some of these people jumping into other relationships way too quick for me.
That's true. But I guess I wonder, what is he telling her? Is he saying, I don't want to be with you, and she's thinking that he just eventually will?
No, because
they actually
publicly, like they had a show, and so he's talking to the mom and her sisters and her family, and he's like, I love her, and I just want to be with her and have our family, and I know I hurt her and I'll never do that again. Meanwhile, the sister, who had the best friend since they were children, can no longer be friends with the girl, because she kissed him, a couple years back. So the sister's lost her best friend. Meanwhile, the other sister is still out here being played, publicly embarrassed, and she's without a best friend. Like, to me, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, you said it like that was the saddest part of the story.
It is, actually. Like, he done lost her friend over this old raggedy kiss, and he's out here, literally giving it to the streets.
I thought they did way more than that. I think it was.
No, it was just a kiss. Like,
Are you
oh well,
sure? 'Cause
she
I feel
sat
like I
on his
remember
lap,
that.
I think.
Yeah, she was sitting in his lap, being all extra. Yeah.
Because they done done that
Still,
before, which means they probably done something.
So did she know they were still together, or was he telling her they was broke up?
I mean, she was
probably
friends with
knew.
the family, so she was in the know.
I'm like,
I
he
don't
need to
know.
go.
Yeah, because he gonna continue doing it. Because at this point, she have set this tone. So all he knows is, okay, I can just tell her I miss her or I want my family, and she gonna take me back. You know, she's gonna fall for it because she probably do care for him, but I think he wants to care for her, but he don't know how.
Or he don't want to.
I mean, but what would be the point? Like, you know, of that's, I think that's, for me, that's always the hardest thing to understand, when you literally could go do what you want to do. Like, why keep effing around here? Like, you know, she genuinely cares about you. You know, she seems like, I don't know her, but she seems like a sincere person. Like, why do you keep effing her over? Like, leave her alone.
I think it's more about the manipulation. It's them knowing he can manipulate anybody. That's why it keeps happening. Like, it's more of something on the inside rather than just, you know, I feel like he knows that he really don't want to be with her, but it's just that, oh, well, I want to keep seeing how many times she'll take me back. Like, I'm pretty sure he changes the story, makes it deeper every time. And she's like, okay, I get it. And she take him back.
But I think he could maybe feel too that he knows she is good for him. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I mean, it happens. Like, you can know that this person is a good person, and you just don't want nobody else to have her either. So it's like, ultimately, once you finish doing everything you're going to be doing, you want her to still be there, and then you're going to choose her.
She's going to be gone.
Trash.
Probably not, because as long as he keep pulling her in, she's gonna be there.
But eventually she'll get tied up. Ain't no telling when it's gonna happen, but she will.
When somebody else come along.
Yeah, that's true.
What I gotta say is, it's an open relationship. Admit it, stay in it if that's what you want. Just call it that, and you won't get talked about as bad if you accept.
But do you think that she would actually talk to somebody else?
Yeah.
I don't keep up with them, so I don't know.
Because I feel like
I think she would at this point, just to take away some of the embarrassment.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do that too.
Yep. It's like that neighbor that, like, yeah, honey, go. You know he ain't with somebody else.
Exactly.
I'm a mama.
At this point, it's like, accept the truth, what's in your face. You know, hold around, do whatever you want to do.
Call a thing.
Because they're going to talk about you either way. You don't really, you know, I don't know based on what you're being shown out in the public, what we see, you keep taking somebody back that keeps cheating on you. I really thought you wasn't going to take him back the last time and we just didn't know about it. But if that's what you're going to do it. Just, you know you in an open relationship.
But that's just like T.I. and Tiny. They done went back and forth way more than them. And
no, I think like they got a different type of situation.
Me too. I do too.
Really? Yes. What do you mean?
It's open.
Nah.
It's open, inclusive, like everybody
wide open, like
can do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. That's what I believe.
Like swingers or no?
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think swinging with multiple people, with each other, without each other, with the drugs, without the, just they're all over the place.
Like they have a small amount of honesty with it, so it's more okay as long as one of them is not like out in the open and gets caught up in something. So that's where the problem lies for them. When one of them gets caught up, then it's kind of like, well, you've broken the agreement. We only keep this like low key. And that's the only problem I feel like they have, is when it goes in the public.
So when it's like that though, what keeps you from just breaking up and then you can be with whoever you want to be with?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think this is, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but in my mind, I see it as T.I. wants all these women, because honestly, I feel like I've only ever heard about one rumor with her with like maybe Floyd Mayweather or something.
That's it.
That's I've never seen any proof of that or anything like that. But I think he wants multiple women, and I think she's like, I want to keep my husband.
Wow, I mean, he's ran. I mean, he's.
I think she's like, at all costs, I want to keep my husband. Y'all could think it's kind of like she done signed up for the Chloe contract, but she did it willingly. Like, if this is what I have to do or go through, sign me up.
But he's really good now. He's manipulative to Melissa, because like he'll have you convinced on Instagram like he absolutely loves her. Like, I mean, he plays the role.
I think he loves her. I do. I think he loves her, but I think, I don't know if it's just because he has so many options,
Not with that hamburger meat.
Huh?
Not with that hamburger meat. He needs to shave that off.
I think because he has so many options, temptation is always there.
But I also feel like he may be one of those people that monogamy may not be for him. I'm a fan of whatever your truth is, being your truth, and who am I to judge? That's me.
Him though, I don't know. Like he'll have me convinced. I know what he be doing on the side, but not really. But what social media say. But I mean, like I just could see him just being with her.
No, I feel like he cheated so many times that she was like, F it, we might as well just do it together. Like, you gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna go nowhere. So what's up?
Yep. And so I think we've talked a lot about open relationships. Let's kind of move on to something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess to tie it all in, sometimes when you do have those open relationships and it don't work out, it is the holiday time. So you might get a little lonely. And one of our viewers wrote us a letter. And you can too. You can always DM us or just reach out. But this is what she said. Dear Melanated Opinion, can you give me some advice on what to do about being lonely for the holidays? Oh, I see my close friends, family with their significant others, and they always look so happy. I really want to be with someone this holiday season. Any advice on what to do when you're lonely for the holidays? Signed, Tamika J. Hey, Tamika girl. So what y'all can give her to help her out?
I feel like she needs to get cute, go out, go to the bar. It's other single people out here. Do you know what I'm saying? She's not the only one. So I just feel like, why not? It's like, what do you have to lose? Do you want to sit inside or you want to meet people?
True.
I think that's a good suggestion. I think maybe online dating could be an option. Meeting someone through that. Because, if they're like me, like I am not I like to get dressed, but I don't actually want to leave the house. So, she might not meet, just run into somebody, at the store or at the bar or whatever, so maybe online dating.
Yep. Also with that, when you were saying get cute, what I've started doing is that even when I'm going to the grocery store in Walmart, I have started to make sure I'm looking presentable, I'm looking nice. Like I rarely go somewhere and I'm not what I call approachable, approachable outfit. So regardless of where you go, first go somewhere. If you're not gonna do online dating, go somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's Walmart or to the mall. It's shopping time, Christmas time. Go to the mall. Even if you have bought all of your gifts, go to the mall, look your version of nice, and then take it up one notch, whatever that is. And then don't be afraid to speak to people, not necessarily wanting to be like, oh, I want you to be my boyfriend or girlfriend, but just to be like, hey, how are you? You finished Christmas shopping, or has it been hectic? Just small talk. And I feel like even just that small talk will help carry a person. Sometimes it's kind of like the little flirting. Like, even if you don't want to be with someone, it's like, oh, that was nice. That person gave me a compliment. Or I had that little flirting incident at the restaurant. Like, that made me feel good for, a little while, and it carried me on. So I think the main thing is going to be getting out and doing stuff, or at least a lot of online dating. And if you don't just talk to one person, because that could end quickly. And then you're back to being like, oh, there's nobody else. And don't worry about looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just be like, let me just be in it in the moment, just to see what happens.
And so that's the other thing, I would say, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with dating, but just, and I have to encourage myself to do this also, but just go out and do things, like, just for the simple enjoyment, not even necessarily with the idea of, oh, I'm looking to meet somebody, just for the sheer enjoyment of being out and about, having a drink, or, whatever.
And keep in mind, everything that they're saying go out, but actually get out your vehicle. I think so many people now have gotten to the point that they're doing the grocery pickup and the car rider pickups. What is it called? Where you just
Instacart.
All of that.
Did it
so
today.
I think that have kind of hindered you from meeting people because you're in your car.
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, the people that's coming to your car is a little bit younger. They're not going to be, older. It could be, but they're younger, the ones that I've seen. So get out and go walk. And that was a good point about being approachable, because I was told that. I think I'm not cautious of my facial expression. So I've been told that I look mean, but it's just my resting face. I'm not. And like, if you come talk to me, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to be friendly. But people were saying they had wanted to talk to me for a while, but they didn't think that I would talk. And just as much as we are afraid of rejection, they're afraid of rejection too. So if, like Crystal said, if you smile and kind of give them any indication that, hey, I'm single, then they might come talk to you. And I actually love. I'm a sucker for it. And my favorite time is Christmas time. And I love holiday movies, Hallmark. So even if you don't want to go out, like, to me, it gives me hope on what it can be. And so you just never know, like, do something that gives you joy. So even if, you may not be ready to be in a relationship, you might just be wanting to, have some free time, or just, cheer you up. So get your favorite holiday movie, a holiday drink. I just got into eggnog. Put your little nutmeg on top. It was so good. What else? What else I do? Decorate. I don't know, like, model, do TikTok. I think Melissa have, like, created a monster, because I be on TikTok all day long. Like, make you some videos. You ain't gotta post them, make them private. Like, do something to make you laugh. If you're doing something to make you laugh, that's gonna bring cheer. And then, if you don't have any friends, find you some. Hit us up. You can always come in and chat. Send us other letters. We're here. Yes. So you're not alone. Just find something that makes you happy. And this may be the time that you need to be able to get you back.
And to add on to what you said, Shanita, I feel like some people have to learn to be alone and be okay to be alone. You don't always have to look for outside sources. So this may be a season for her to get to know herself, date herself, just stuff like that. Get to know herself more. That will maybe help her out with the dating scene. It might just come to her naturally, because she has actually, she's giving off that, what I'm trying to say, that energy now, that she knows herself, she's comfortable with herself, she's confident, because she doesn't have to be with anybody.
Exactly. And that's a very good point. Because sometimes I feel like people don't, your relationships don't work out because you don't even know what it is that you wanting. You're looking for that person to give you something that you don't know what it is yourself. So if you do like Melissa said, you find you know, and you know who you are, then you'll know what to expect. And you can kind of see that up front. That's a good idea. Look at you, Melissa. But so Tamika, did anybody else have anything? So Tamika, we hope we answered your question. And if not, you know, just let us know. Shoot us another email. But you two can be helped. We're not professionals. We're just real people, just you know, giving what we think, what we've been through. You have 4 different different people that, you know, we've been through life. We're not done with life, but we've been through it. So if you have anything similar to what Miss Tamika had or anything else, just let us know. And we're here.
Yes. So with that being said, I feel like we talked about a lot today. We went over open relationships, cheating. We done minded other people's business with Chloe and Jordan. With that being said, I think we're going to close out this episode. If y'all would like advice, like Shanita said, please let us know. You can email us at themelanatedopinion@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on next week's episode.